Good evening, YouTube. I had planned on coming on here earlier now, but you know, life happens. So I'm here. We're gonna get this message out for Gemini, okay? Give me a second. Gotta get to my love. You know what I'm saying? I was on Flirt.com. I gotta have these dates for y'all, okay? um, okay, Gemini. I know I should know like off the top of my head, but who got to do for that? um, Gemini, May 21st through June 20th, okay? Now, we gon' get right on to it because I don't feel like really talking that much. But I know I'm going to probably have a lot to say. I just got a feeling that I'm going to have a lot to say for Gemini. So, let's get the flick of the wrist going, shall we? I just got up from a lovely nap. You know that you eat good and then you get you a nap right after. That's what happened, y'all. Understand me? We gotta leave. All right. All right. Gods and goddesses and the universe. What messages do we have to tell Gemini for the past? Someone tell me grab this card. Ace of Clubs. Interesting already. Someone tell me grab this one. Queen of Spades. Six of Spades. Alright, we got 3 cards out. Woo! Alright. Okay. So, we got, I gotta bring my Cardi B voice up in there. I know everybody into it. Or maybe it's a late trend. You never know. Okay. 4 of Spades. The Death card. Looks like it's in reverse. Six of Spades. Did I? 3 of Spades. Sorry. Woo. Looking up. I just told you I woke up from that nap. Ten of Spades in reverse. We got too many cards here that are not in the good. Come on now, Gemini. Your past seems like you were just doing hella crap. We have 9 of clubs. You know, in this deck, I see 4 different demon cards. This is one of them. It's like the opposer of the sun, basically. You know, there's different suns out there in the solar system, and they are all, from what I've seen in videos, bigger than our sun today. There are videos on YouTube. If you like, I can post some links in the description box. Just leave a comment. Or if you want me to just tell my own stories about it, like I said for Taurus, I can do that as well. Just give me some likes, subscribe. Some tell me to get this card, Queen of Clubs. We got 8 cards, need 2 more. We go whoop-de-whoop, you know what I'm saying? Whoop-de-whoop, up in there. Swoop-de-swoop. I know I'm playing too much. This card, 3 of diamonds. Something tell me to grab this card here. And we have this card, which I've seen it earlier. I didn't think it was going to come out again, but boom. J of Spades, honey. We got the deck. Boom. Put this over here to the motherfucking side. Okay. Okay. Y'all know when y'all wake up from a nap and you just in a good mood, and it's late already, so it's like, as soon as I'm finished with this read, if I'm not in the mood to do another one, I might just go and watch TV and call it a night. These reads be like a job, honey. All right, Ace of Clubs. So, as a child, Gemini, you seem like you act as though, because of all these cards that I'm seeing here, and most of them are like in the death card range, and you got death card, you must have been that one that, you know, you were a leader. A lot of people are interested in your company. Let me think. And you probably get a lot of attention from females, even probably as a baby. Probably similar to the Taurus read. If you're interested, go back and watch that. This literally is going to be right before this one. You know, being highly sexual. A king that is dominant in this day and age. They are very, very sex oriented. Some could call a hoe in some cases. King of hoe. Some told me to just say that. Okay. All right. We have a queen of spades. seems like you have a sibling. Because we got the J of Spades here as well. Probably multiple siblings on down the road as you get older. You probably hate all of your siblings' guts, whether you get along with them or not. I think that's all I can say for this one. You probably think that your sibling, one of them, could be like a motherly figure, um, could help you with a lot. Older brother, older sister. But most of the time, for Gemini, seems like a very stubborn person. Cry rivers in reverse. Seems like you are a liar as a child. Seems like you do a lot of sob stories. You probably just in that order way I said it. You got a lot of sob stories, a lot of cry me river. Probably could bring out some tears. Probably could be a good manipulator here. We have the death card in reverse as well. 4 of spades. Now some of these cards are just telltale cards. You just look at them and boom. Because I don't know about y'all, but I don't like reading instructions. I started to read this little book, but it was just like, Sounds like Gemini. Gemini is the type of person that does not like to read instructions, does not like to take authority well. For whatever reason, this could be your downfall. Or could have been. You probably were fighting a lot, because we do have the 3 of Swords here next. Getting into trouble. Ooh, my ear. We do have the Ace of Clubs as the first card, and like I said, Gemini could very well be a good leader. But in this case, as a child, you are not. The people that you probably make friends with, you probably don't really have a good communication, or you're always getting into an argument, or you're always fighting, fist fighting in some cases. Gaga, trying to show who's more macho. Or if you got probably like two Geminis in the mix, both Geminis trying to bump heads, show friends who's better than who. We have 10 of spades in reverse. And y'all know I say this a chicken with your motherfucking head cut off. You run around, and in other cases you're telling stories. But in this case, you run around acting like you need some help because you just got into this fight. We got the 9 of clubs right here, and then we got the Queen of clubs. You're probably a mama's boy. or daddy's girl or what have you, something along those lines. After a fight, say you break something, say you're swollen, you're bruised, you got a cut, you lie your way out of it to your parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, whoever, siblings in some cases. I know I ain't that sibling, but you know, I used to be, but you know, for my in my case, I guess my brother's friends was scared of me. I used to just have to stand there, you know. That's it. That's it. But you go running like, with a chicken with its head cut off to mom, dad, telling hella stories, telling a bunch of lies, probably saying you didn't even start the fight, probably telling the story in a lie, coming up with stuff like right off the bat. Good liar. In this case, probably we have the three of diamonds. Don't forget, you guys, we have the three cards at the end for the clarification for the past and the present. And then we will be having the full deck for the future, just to give a full clarification of what we need to say. Three of diamonds. This is, it seems like you are an entertainer, Gemini. You like to be seen, but for the wrong reasons. You are probably look like a class clown. You probably get someone's attention. Multiple people's attention, probably younger than you. Someone like, sibling like, or maybe someone younger than you that you might have a crush on. Or even your possible future siblings. You entertain them, probably give them whatever they want, you know, do a bunch of stuff you're not supposed to do, steal and lie about it, make it seem like you came up real quick and it was pretty easy. Some females in your life eventually probably see through that, and you probably lose a lot of people in your life as a child, and you probably just run back to mom, or dad or grandma, and we got, I did not think that this was about to be at the bottom, but I didn't look at it, swear to God. Five of spades. Seems like you are a dreamer, just like Taurus, in a sense. We'll see as we go along in the read. Yeah. Seems like you've had some intentions to do certain things that you're probably not supposed to do. You dream about the wrong ideas. In reality, you know the right thing to do, but you just, cover your eyes and make it seem like You don't know. You just don't know. Oh my goodness, I don't know what way to go, but you probably do. We have the King of Hearts. Again, another king. A leader. If you are a leader, then you know the way to go. You probably give great advice to your friends. Your friends probably look to you when they need help in the present day. Remember, we are on the present day reading. You could be older, preteen, teenager, young adult. In some cases, it might be some middle age or old person out there that might be in this same situation, which I hope not. That means you probably still, you know, probably still living with mom. We got 4 hearts. For this to be here, this gives me the indication that you probably at an older age after a while, you done ran to mom so much. Now she's uninterested in what you're talking about. She knows the qualities that you have, but for whatever reason, you playing too much, basically. She knows you're a leader. She knows that you can do well. You probably have had a job if you were in a young age or middle age. You've probably been able to keep a job for probably a year plus. Which is actually good for your record. You probably go to mom, tell her these same stories you did as a kid. And at this point in time, it's just like, yeah, I kind of remember a long time ago, you were telling me something similar to this. You were telling me that this, and this person did this to you. So it just seems like, you're holding on to that childlike mindset, but you have great qualities and you know what you need to do. You could probably save money, get a lot of money, or something along the lines of that. And you could probably get yourself in a better position instead of getting on your own nerves and getting on mom's nerves, grandma, cousin, auntie, uncle, whoever. All right. I guess after doing Aries Taurus readings, this kind of is going a little faster. I'm actually surprised Gemini isn't as bad as I thought it would have been. For whatever reason, Gemini, you could be a great people person. You could probably, we got family card for whatever reason. You probably want a family. You probably want to have a soulmate, but that's for the future. But we're not gonna get that into that. I'm still like giving advice for the present. You probably have great qualities. You probably have a job or can get a job. You probably can save your money, get your own place. If you want more attention from friends and people that you might want to be in a relationship with, you might want to get your own place. Instead of being at mom's house or at uncle's house or grandma or cousins or sleeping on somebody's couch, and just have your own, especially if you know you can do it. That you're basically like making yourself suffer for whatever reason. I don't know why you feel like you probably feel like you deserve whatever you're going through, and you're punishing yourself, and you feel like you need to um be in the position that you are, but the punishment probably has gone on for, you know, probably a long period of time. And it's probably time for that punishment to be over now. You probably don't need to keep being under people. You can just be grown. Stop feeling like you gotta be a little kid. You're already in the grown mindset. You're already in the king mindset. So, or queen in some cases. You can get yourself out of the position that you're in. We're gonna do a little bit of the flick of the wrist. We got this card as soon as we hit it on the bottom. The cards will tell. We already got it. We already about to see. The gods and goddesses in the universe is ready today, honey. That it seemed like they've been ready for Gemini, boy. They've been ready to tell Gemini about theyself. For whatever reason, if you're listening, because I also wanted to put this in there, I didn't get to really just explain the last card too much with the mother in reverse or father or whoever above you. If you're listening to their advice, more than likely because the card is in reverse. Just keep this in mind. Boom. All right. More than likely, the advice that they're telling you is lies. They told you the right thing to do when you were a child. Now you're grown. That now they know for sure you know the right thing to do, but they just tell you what you want to hear at this point to make you feel make you feel comfortable about your little punishment. Mom's probably comfortable with you being there secretively, or grandma, uncle, auntie, cousin. You need to do a little bit more of the flick of the ritty wrists. Alrighty. You probably are favored by many, but secretly hated by many as well. We got this card. Three of Swords. Ace of Hearts. Ace of Cups in reverse. For whatever reason, maybe Three of Spades is in reverse. That's what I feel like I need to say. This one. Eight of Spades in reverse. You might have a love interest in your life, or of hearts in reverse again. Boom. And we did the flick of the wrist and everything. 2 times, honey. 2 times. and shuffled and everything, and that thing came right back out. Yeesh. Two of, I'm sorry, looking at it on the camera. Five of clubs in the upright. Seems like you're still dreaming in the future. King of clubs. Alright, for whatever reason, boom, this card. Queen of clubs. Interesting. Alright. This is happening pretty quickly. Alright, so we got 8 of clubs in the upright. Interesting. 2 of hearts. For whatever reason, 9 of spades, 9 of swords. You know, when I was still living at my parents, with my parents, and I was in a, I was in a relationship. My mom had always had this suggestion about, you know, she really wanted us to work out at that time. I don't know what happened now, but she was wanting us to live together, all of us, you know, in the same house. And then she was like, you know, you guys get your apartment at the bottom, you know, in the basement. Because most of the places that we stayed in, it was the basement. And personally, I would love to have a place with a basement that is fully finished with carpet and everything. That would be a dream. But either way, not gonna stay at my mama's house. No matter what, especially in a relationship, parents are nosy. Parents are freaking nosy in your business 24/7. Okay? 24/7. Just saying. Just by looking at these cards, I just felt like I needed to say that. 3 of Swords. It seems like because you are still living at mama house, you still got the same problem. Fight with your friends, fighting with your parents probably at this point in time, arguing, just causing beef because everybody was so nice to you when you was younger. Now you don't like that. Now you gotta have everybody mean to you. So Gemini, you know, Two-Face, I guess when you was a kid, boom, nice. Now when you're older, boom, craziness. Bull. Depression. You're probably not even depressed. I find when it gets kind of quiet, then it's like, boom, next card. Alright, then we got the Ace of Cups in reverse. Apparently, you might have someone that you looked up to, or an older sibling, brother, sister, probably gave you some great advice, but you always kind of like, you kind of lash out on them. You're like, your life ain't great though. You got hella stuff going on with you. How can you give me a good advice? But like I said in the last reading, a person could be in a relationship or even alone and in their own place, not living at mom's house, and still have their own situation going on. But because Gemini looks at everything right now in a backwards way, you're not taking the good advice. You rather hear, we got the Four of Hearts in reverse from earlier. You rather hear, we're going to bring out both these cards. You rather hear the lies. You rather keep your head in the water and act like you just don't understand the truth. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, the wee. You rather listen to mom's lies, listen to grandma's lies, listen to auntie, uncle, cousin, friend, whoever is telling you what you want to hear. Manipulation at its finest. You're probably, just like, doing the wrong things on purpose. You probably don't even feel good. You probably have a situation where probably, I didn't even get to this, probably you had a parent missing and you know for sure you're nothing like them. Nothing. Sorry, y'all. Excuse me. You get parched a little bit. Nothing like your father. And you know it for sure. Or nothing like your mother. If you have a mother missing in your life. In any ways possible. Whether, like I said in other readings, whether they're not here physically or they passed away. People are responsible for their own decisions. You can't take people's decisions and take them in as your own. Like I said, generational curses, that is definitely a generational curse type of thing. You are not your mom, you are not your dad. Okay? That is my advice. You are neither one. So you don't need to be acting like them. Some people, you got parents that were in jail for most of your life. You probably barely heard from them, seen them only a couple times. And they probably did you on some shady stuff. Probably your dad's side of the family, mom's side of the family did you on some shady stuff too. For whatever reason, probably you feel like your presence is punishing them. Probably don't feel like you need to keep punishing them for the rest of your life, because that's gonna drain you, make you feel depressed, and probably make you feel like, oh my God, what is life? Those people, if they didn't care then, they're not going to care now or in the future. You can't expect people to change it if they don't want to change. You are responsible for you and your actions. Okay? We have 5 of clubs. We also got king of clubs, queen of clubs, and 8 of clubs on here as well, right after. Seems like we're gonna bring the queen and the king of clubs out. Seems like you're still in this dream world here. And you're probably living with 2 parents or 2 people that are, one is like a parent and one is biologically your parent. Or in another scenario, both parents are your parents in some way, shape, or form. But you look at them and you see them as mess, problems. You see them as something that you don't want to be. So I would say keep that in mind. Don't be like them at all. You're on the right track. Just don't keep being in a dream world about it. Make your dreams a reality. You have opportunities at your hand more than likely. But you probably letting people, get in the way of your glory. Get in the way of your success. There's a lot of people out here that have big dreams and want to be famous, or, they want to own their own business. For whatever reason, you're not giving yourself that, you're not giving yourself an opportunity to make that happen because you're still holding on to past situations, your childhood. Like I said, 8 of clubs. We got 2 of hearts as well. For whatever reason, I feel like I need to bring out these cards. Also, go ahead, bring out this card as well. You probably are on your way to partially creating your dreams, but you're basing it off of someone else. You probably want a child or want kids, want a family. You probably know that you can get some money real quick. You're probably a go-getter. But if you keep worrying about mom's heart, I'm pretty sure you're not breaking her heart. I'm pretty sure either she's going to act like it, nesting. This is in 2 different cases, the way that I'm seeing it. You probably did like something, did like what someone else did. Children, having children in the home, in mom's house. We all make mistakes, but make your own mistakes. Be your own person. Just because someone was once like a motherly figure to you does not mean follow in their footsteps, because they're not, paying attention to you the way that you want them to now, like everybody else is, because they're not on your bullshit. We all grow up, we all get older, and we all have our own lives. 9 of spades. If you keep letting people tear down your dreams, they will never happen. You will continue to be depressed. You will continue to live at mom's house. You will continue to, probably be getting into it with your girlfriend, boyfriend. Probably still getting into it with your friends. It's getting to the point where probably mom, you were having company over, but it was getting out of hand. You was getting a little too far with it. And because mom is a jealous person, you probably remind her of dad. And you're probably doing these things on purpose, just to have the feeling of what it will be like. I would say don't do that in advice wise. It's not in the best interest. We gonna get into this her deck. Kingdom in reverse. Now, like I said with the other cards, I look at it in both senses. Your own reality and your past, because you're living like a double life. Gemini, two-faced, two sides. It's always flip-flop for you. So, in this case, though, both parts of your life is not going so well. Your family home from your childhood and your current relationship that you're in, it's like you're partially doing the right thing, but then you're partially doing the wrong thing, and it's kind of just all getting jumbled up. We got the King of Diamonds, what I call the Buddhist. If you know what Buddhists are, you know the reason why I say this. Apparently, you're dealing with your father, your biological father, and you probably are getting closer. I would say put the brakes on that, because Especially if you got a jailbird dad. Like I said, people do not change. And unless you want to fall down the path of what your dad did and go to jail, or mom and go to jail, and people don't always tell truth. Grandma, grandpa, aunties, uncles, we ain't all saints out here. Now me, I try to stay far away from 5-0, okay? If I ever did something, I'm snitching on myself. Okay? Just know that. I stay far from trouble. Now, for whatever reason, this gives me uh, childlike references. Like, you probably um, have a child on the way. Because of the things that is going on in your life with the kingdom in reverse, you may have a girl on the way. In some cases, for other people's situation, you may have a boy on the way, but I don't think so. More than likely a girl. For whatever reason, I just believe it's like gonna be a lot of girls coming out for a lot of people. Um, for whatever reason, because this card reminds me, like I said earlier in the beginning, of the demon card. Because of all the stress that's going on in your life, more than likely this child, unfortunately, may or may not make it, especially if the person you're in a relationship with is unhappy just as much as you, and they know what you're doing. They don't believe probably that you deserve this gift. Um, they probably are disappointed in you because you told them a lot of stories about how you were going to do this, this, and this, and they probably went to school. They probably did everything that you told them to do, but you did not do what they told you to do. Now, in a relationship, you work it out both ways. You listen to one another. If you want to have the kingdom upright, then you got to do better. Be more positive. If you want that family life, do it correctly. In all senses. Meaning, don't cheat, don't steal, don't lie. Don't involve yourself with people you know that the person you're in a relationship with do not feel comfortable with you being around. Especially if it's family. If you're trying to move on and be in a relationship and you're still sticking around family, more than likely that's not the best idea. You're losing your freaking kid over it. Probably not the first. We have 8 of Diamonds. For whatever reason, I feel you want to make it right, but something is keeping you, or your own self is just keeping you from doing it. I would say turn that around. Stop colliding two lives together and just live one. Have a work life and a home life if you really want to have that type of situation going on where you got two lives colliding in one. If you're a person that is messy as far as not cleaning and doing chores, and all of a sudden you're doing those chores for mom, but when you go over to your girl's house or whatever, you're just you're just pigging it out. Or when you in your own bedroom, you probably were pigging it out, but now all of a sudden your bedroom is clean. That means you are totally capable of doing the things that you're supposed to do. You are totally capable of doing the right thing. But for whatever reason, you just want to just keep messing yourself up for whatever goofy reason. We got the opposer wheel of fortune in reverse. This is just showing me that you have opportunities at your hand. You have good ones and you have bad ones. Hopefully you don't choose the bad ones. More than likely, yes, we will be seeing the wheel of fortune in a minute, but because we ain't seen it yet, so common sense. More than likely there's more to it once I get there, but at this point in time, in whatever stage of your life or age range, you have two opportunities here. You have two ways to go, two paths. I hope you choose the good path. More than likely, the way these cards will be set up from this point forward for Gemini, it's going to tell you two ways things can go because of the way that you're living your life right now. After seeing this, you are very capable of creating a career as well. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. Don't let the naysayers tell you that you can't do it. You're not capable. They're just telling you what you want to hear just so you can believe it and do it. Basically, you are probably a truth teller. But when other people tell you it, it's like whoop whoop. All right, boom. I could make sure that this don't happen now. Don't listen to other people that aren't telling you good things. Y'all know, like I said from the beginning, positivity, that is the biggest thing for me. I preach it to my friends that I've had and that I still talk to from time to time. I preach it to the person I was in a relationship with. I preach it to my own siblings, my parents, whoever need to hear it. Positive. Because who wants to have negativity in their life? See, look. The family card in reverse, dude. Nothing is sounding like it's coming good from you taking the bad path. Like I said earlier, you may be losing a child. You may be putting the person you're in a relationship with in too much stress. She probably ain't going to her doctor's appointments and she probably lying to you about it as well. She probably not taking her prenatals. She probably faking it. You want to learn a lesson. She gonna teach you one at this point, more than likely. Especially because her feelings are probably hurt. Look, boom, Wheel of Fortune. I didn't know it was gonna come that soon. I thought it was gonna be later on. Sounds like she's gonna get to a point where you gotta choose either her or your past. Because she's getting fed up. This is more than likely in reverse. Or you can look at it in multiple ways. But in this case, I just believe that it's in reverse because you have it already earlier. She's going to give you an ultimatum. She's going to tell you it's either her or your friends. It's either her or your family. She's not going to pit you against what's good. Because you probably feeding a whole lot of do this, do that. You know this is what you're supposed to do. And then trying to blame her for y'all arguments. And more than likely, it's just you telling her hella bull. Don't get advice. Don't get relationship advice from your family. Especially if you don't need it. You don't need everybody's opinion in your business, in your life. You're perfectly capable of making your own decisions. And if you have younger siblings looking up to you, and they are probably the same sign as you, or probably y'all get along, but you don't like them per se, but y'all deal with each other because y'all in the same household, they watching you at this point. If you wanting to be a role model, try being a better one. If you want children in your life, boom. This is what this automatically makes me think of. You'll probably have 2 children in the future. I would say whatever plan that you and the person you're in a relationship with have had in mind, you should probably stick with that plan. The positive plan. You keep your relationship to the side, away from people that don't care about it. Don't tell people your business. Don't tell people what your future plans are. Like I said, people know when you are happy. And people will get in the way of it.